talk about another tool that I ended up building for Alta, and this time it's a Office add-in, more specifically for Excel. If you're not familiar with these are kind of little web applications that can kind of live within the Office suite, and so this one lives in Excel, and it has access to the Excel spreadsheet and all the data. And if you aren't familiar with it, I suggest that you kind of learn more about it because it's pretty cool. There actually wasn't too big of a learning curve to learn how to build these. They're built with, this one's built with JavaScript and modern web technology. So, being familiar with that, it's actually pretty easy to get going. Some of the more difficult stuff was, how do you debug it when it's inside Excel, and, how do you actually get it into Excel? So side loading it or distributing it through like an enterprise channel. So forth. So learning all that stuff kind of took a little bit of time, but actually building out the application was pretty quick. And so I'll kind of get into the application. So these applications, you can access them from kind of the ribbon. Pop it open. This is kind of an onboarding that I built for the team to kind of see, to talk about the tool and how to use it. And then they kind of get started. And so right now I have this Excel file open. This is actually a really dumbed down version of a spreadsheet. Obviously, don't want to show you an actual spreadsheet that we use at Alta for privacy concerns. So this is a really example data spreadsheet. So it has a couple SKUs and a couple descriptions, but it's all dumb sample data. And so I'm going to do get started, and you'll see that the tool is broken down into kind of two tabs, script and utility. The script piece actually is it's an automated script, obviously, and essentially what you can do is you can come over here and pre-select the rows that you want to run the script on. You hit run, and it's essentially going to start going through all the different rows, and it's going to look for specific headers. And then this is an image validation piece that pops up at the end. So you can quickly kind of see what SKUs have images. And so it's gone through all the different rows, and it's showing me the results for each. And so there's different things that we're checking for: sanitizing data, validating HTML entities, removing data, and so forth. So you can kind of see the results quickly. And then this allows the team to kind of quickly make changes, run the script again, and see kind of where they net out. So that's kind of the script piece. It's based on rows, so you see this is changing every time that I'm selecting different rows, and that's kind of how that works. I call it scope level, and so in that onboarding I talk about like what scope is needed to satisfy like the script and the utilities. And so then if I go into the utilities, there's different ways to look up categories. They can validate images, kind of what you saw automated in the script. They can do it on a specific row. They can do it on a range. You can insert text into cells. So there's some commonly used text that we use. And then they can validate HTML. So they can select a cell and hit this validate button. And basically, this is a way to kind of preview HTML content with no style, no CSS, because a lot of this HTML content comes with line breaks and bullets and lists and so forth. And so this is a way to quickly kind of see what does that HTML look like. And that's kind of it. So if you have any other questions about Office add-in specifically, please let me know.